Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. You know, guys, not every game can be fantastic. You can't get ace tanker every game. You can't finish on top every game. But some games are fun nonetheless, and I've selected two games today that we're going to watch that I had a lot of fun playing. And, full disclosure at the beginning, spoiler, they're not ace tanker, and I did not perform like a super, you know, what do you call them? I am not Superman. Just, but these are the type of games that actually are fun, and I really enjoy. And I think the key is, I'm going to give you some kind of advice, especially if you're maybe getting a little disillusioned with the game or not sure if you're playing the right tanks, or a little bit of advice, I guess, or just my perspective. Let's take a shot on him. Boom, that's always nice to do a 452 damage right off the bat. And maybe can I do it again? Yeah. It's always nice to start the game with 900 damage. And, oh, there's a lot of targets, so why leave? Why leave? Oh, Vihams. Oh, I shot a Russian tank. First piece of advice, don't bother shooting Russian tanks. No, that's not it. That's not it. Guys, I think one of the key things, especially if you're a super unicom or if you're addicted to this game and you play 50 games a day and you're in a clan, and the clan says you have to have these 11 overpowered tanks, or you have to have these 10 tanks, tier 10 ones to play clan wars, and you have to have these tier 8 ones to play clan wars, and you have to have bond equipment, blah, blah, blah. Then, then just ignore everything I'm going to say. That's one subset of the player base. That's the serious subset of the player base. They're serious about the game, but the vast majority of players are just trying to have some fun playing the game. Let's see if this will work. Screen not penetrated. Okay. But for the regular schmoes, the average guys, I think one of the common, should I call it an error or a common behavior that leads to getting really frustrated with this game is this. People have a tendency to try and get all the tanks or grind all the tank lines. A new line comes out, they want to grind the new French heavies. The Italian ones, I want to grind the Italian ones. The new Polish ones, I want to grind the Polish ones. The new heavies come out in a certain line, I'm going to grind that line. And there's hundreds of lines, and there's hundreds of tanks. And the trap that the regular schmoes fall into is this, I'll continue, is you start grinding so many tanks and so many lines that you never really get dominant in any one. So you spend most of your time playing inferior to the serious players who have very, very good mastery of the tanks they're playing, because they play so much. And what I mean by that is this. This game just rewards you if you have a good crew, good equipment, and now there's field modifications, there's bond equipment, there's crew skills, there's food, there's directives. There's so many things, and soon there's going to be crew 2.0. There's so many things that unbalance the game. And what I mean by that is this. Like, I'm driving a Leopard now. Okay, this is one of my favorite tanks to play. It's not the best tank in the game. I'm not the best player in it. But when I play it, I'm running food. I have a crew that has working on their 5th skill, so they have all the view range, all the concealment, and all the gunnery skills, and the driving skills. Okay, I've got 3 slots with bond equipment in them. So I have, I think, vents, rammer, vert stabs, or maybe optics. I'm not sure how I set it up. But the good stuff, right? That's 7.5% improvement rather than 5% improvement. I've played it enough that I've got all the field modifications done, so I've improved it in that way. You know, if you get all the field mods done, you get 3% general better mobility or something, And I think I've selected a couple of the things that make my gun better. I can't remember what field modifications I've chosen. But it's fully decked out, right? It's just so... It's as good as it gets for a Leopard. So when I hit battle and I roll out in this tank, I'm driving something... It's as good as it gets. There might be someone on the enemy team who's just grinding. One of the regular schmoes that wants to get everything, and he's playing a tier 8 tank. And he's got the stock gun, and he's just starting a crew. And he can't run food because he doesn't have the credits, and he doesn't have bond. And it's so lopsided that on average, I just have a good time playing this. Even if there's an enemy playing a Leopard PTA, mine probably has better view range, mine probably has a faster reload, mine probably has better dispersion, mine probably has better soft stats. You see what I'm saying? It's I'm playing with an advantage because, well, for me, I've been playing so long and I do content for you guys that so this tank is just one of the ones that is fully decked out for me. And I think one of the things that the regular schmoes do that is not good for enjoying the game is you spend, think about it, if you're always grinding to get the next tank, you spend most of your time playing a stock tank to grind out the modules and stuff, and your new crew, and then you finish that tank and you immediately buy the next one. You've just elited the tank. You've just got the tank with all the modules and stuff. And maybe your crew is 1.5 skills. And then you get the next one and you buy the next one and you move the crew, or you get a new crew if you don't have the gold. And you start again grinding. And you're stock and you do it all again. And then finally you get to tier 10 and you've got a tier 10 with a crew with 1 skill. And you've said, boy, that was a horrible grind. I hope this tier 10 is worth it. And it's not worth it because you're always playing something inferior. The reason it was a horrible grind is because if you add up all the games you played to get to tier 10, maybe it took you 1,000 games or 500 games to get to tier 10. Maybe you played 450 of those games with a tank that's not elited. You've played 450 of those games with a stock something or other with not the ideal crew and not the ideal equipment. So you're playing with your hands tied behind your back. You're going to get owned by some of the serious players that would never roll out with a tank like that. And that's why when I play some of the tanks where I have very good crews or elited and with all the stuff, even if I lose, I'm kind of, on average, I'm enjoying that tank. You see what I'm saying? So my advice would be, if you're never going to give Wargaming any money, and you're never going to buy your way to a good crew, like you can buy credits, guys. You can buy, slap your credit card down, buy 50 million credits, and buy crew books, and boom, you have a great crew. And then you can grind and grind and grind and buy the special battle pass, right, and get the bond equipment, and you can. That costs gold or money. You can buy your way to a good crew, good equipment, and for all your tanks, it would cost a lot. But if you're a free-to-play player, and you just want to have, you're playing the game to have fun, and you can't afford all that, and there's no damn way you're going to give Wargaming money for that. And remember, this game needs a big player base. So shout out to everyone who's playing this game just to have fun and is not so serious. I'm all about having the fun, right? Well then, just concentrate on a couple 3 lines. Maybe go down, and I could suggest Russian medium, Russian heavy, maybe German medium, perhaps Czechoslovakian medium, Italian medium. Stay away from light tanks if you don't have good crews, right? Because you need, without a good crew, a light tank is useless. It doesn't do anything a medium or heavy can do, and if you don't have the concealment and the view range and all the skills, then you can't even do what a light tank does. So just don't even bother with light tanks. But pick a couple of lines that are suitable to you, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, not 14. And when you get to tier 7 and you grind and you finally elite your tank and you, oops, that leopard, talk about the game a minute. That leopard surprised me. Good play by that leopard. You sneaky bugger. I'm having a fun game here too. So just pick, what was I saying? Yeah, you get to tier 7 or tier 8 with a tank that you say, well, I kind of like this one. Well, then keep playing it. Don't move to the next one. Just because you finish grinding your tier 7 and you've eluded it and you say, oh, I like this tank now. Don't go to tier 8 and tier 9 and tier 10 and grind stock again with a new crew. Leave your crew in there. And that leopard surprised me again. He shot me up the ass. Stop at tier 7 or 6 or 8 or whatever you got to, and you say, yeah, I like this tank. And then once you've eluded the tank, put your best equipment in there if you happen to have earned one particular bounty events or something. Oh, I'm proxy spotted here. I'm going to have to move, or that freaking leopard's going to shoot me again. Oh no, the leopard's dead? Okay, I'm not watching the replay. The leopard's dead. Forget the replay. This is an exciting game. Great teammates in this. Keep your eye on the T-54. Shout out to him. So you get to a tank that you particularly like, then just keep it. And play it, and leave that crew in it, and the crew will get better and better. And as the crew gets better and better, and you put some good equipment in it, you'll find you'll start doing more damage in the games. You'll play better. Maybe you can afford to run food because if you do more damage, you make more credits. And you stick to a particular tank that you enjoy. And then all of a sudden, it's your go-to tank. I really love playing my Leopard PTA, or so I love playing my Pantera. Leave it in the comments. I bet you guys all have kind of your favorite. And then that tank will be fun. You'll have fun in the game playing that. You build up slowly 2 or 3 or 4 favorites. And if you're a free-to-play player, you're going to have more fun playing your 2 or 3 or 4 favorites and enjoying yourself because you start the game with a tank that's better than the enemy equivalent. You know, the matchmaker does that, right? You're in tier 7 medium. The matchmaker's going to put a tier 7 medium on the enemy team. Well, he could be stock turret, stock track, stock engine. You're out there with your fully elite Pantera or whatever the tier 7 Italian is, right? So you're driving the bus. And that's not going to happen if you are a free-to-play player and you're trying to grind everything, because you're going to have a lot of mediocre tanks rather than a few really good ones. So that's my advice. And that's why when I play my old favorites, like this one, I always roll out knowing that I'm not handicapped. And it's a positive feeling. And I know I can hold my own versus if I'm one-on-one versus a similar tank. I know I'm playing one of the best, right? And that's just, I guess that's my advice. Of course, those of you who are the serious players, the Unicoms in clans, and you've got 40 super elite tanks with 5 skill crews, and you got 27 different bond equipment, right? Your eyes are glazing over saying, oh, you just need to get good. You need to stop cry kid. Learn to aim, right? Yeah, whatever. Have a cookie. For the majority of the players, I think that's sound advice. Don't you think? That's sound advice. And yeah, I know Wargaming wants you to grind the new stuff, and they want you to keep but hey, have fun, right? Just pick the tanks you need to that you enjoy and concentrate on those, and slowly work for new ones. And when you grind down the lines and you get to tier 10, maybe you only like the tier 7 and the tier 9. Well, don't play the tier 8 and the tier 10 anymore. Just put crews in that and grind those. Now look at that. My T-54 took out that Emil, and we're running out of time here. 38 seconds left. I knew he would do it because he's been a good player the whole time. And I poke this, and I spot this guy. I know my gun's gonna hit because it's fully equipped. Snap! If I was in a stock tank, maybe that thing would have missed. And I'd be raging. I can't stand the soft stats on this Leopard PTA. The bat chat artillery takes them out. Teamwork. What's wrong with teamwork? That was a fun game. It was a hard-fought battle for those of you who are watching it, not listening to me. Shout out to this guy in the T-54. Games like that are fun. I had 4,000 damage. I didn't, it wasn't spectacular. But I can roll out in my Leopard PTA and 4,000 damage is common because it's kind of one of my go-to tanks. It's got everything. Well, you're not going to do that when you're running it with no engine and the stock gun. So that's my piece of advice, guys. That's my piece of advice. Same with premium tanks. You have your favorites, and I kind of like this one. Why? Once again, I can move the bounty equipment around. It's got preferential matchmaking, and I can put my Leopard crew in here. Or is it my E50 crew? Both are really good, my Leopard and my E50 crew. And so I'm playing a tank once again that at this tier for tier, tank for tank, I'm pretty good. I'm driving the bus. Let's drive the bus. Oops, we shot Russian tier 6 tanks. That's not driving the bus. You are driving Lada. So, second game, I can show you, I said I'd show you an assortment of games that are fun, not necessarily fantastic Super Unicom gameplay, but that's my advice. Well, watch this. Look at this. You know, look at the size of the aim circle, look at my RNG. You know, if you're not running, I don't sound like a broken record, but you see what I'm saying? It worked. That's not skill. There's a misconception. If you go to the forums, you'll find all the fanboys, right? That'll tell you to get good and learn to aim. It doesn't matter if you aim. If you have a crew without snapshot, without smooth ride, you don't have vents, and you don't have improved aiming, and you don't have improved rotation mechanism, and you're not running a directive, and you're not running food, and you don't have the field modifications. If you don't have any of that, and you aim, the shot doesn't hit. It deviates, and you miss. And if you're stupid enough to go to the forums and say, I can't make this tank work, I've only got a 42 hit percentage, and you're a free-to-play player, and you've got an 83% crew. You're working on your crew. You put the 75% in crew there because it's free, and you've got it up to 83%, and you can't afford the equipment. And you go on the forums and say, I'm having trouble making this tank work. They will berate you with insults and be toxic and tell you that you need to get good and you don't understand the game and you're such a noob and people like you shouldn't play. You should uninstall. Don't even go to the forums. The shit hole of toxicity that I don't even bother visiting anymore. It's just just a pathetic collage of clueless children that waste their time. The same 24 of them getting notifications to check every post in real time throughout the day because they have nothing else going on in their lives. They're on the forums 17 hours a day berating people. The point is, what was the point? The point is, if you don't have any improvements in your tank and crew and stuff, those 3 shots I took on the artillery, you'd miss all of them. They deviate slightly. So it's not skill. We throw these terms around, say, oh, he's really good. He's got very skill. The skill is where you move on the map and how you angle your tank and how you stay hull down and viewing the mini-map and knowing where to go and how, the game mechanics what ammo you're loading, the weak spots you know how to hit, right? That's skill. But if if you give a crap stock tank to the best player in the world, he's going to miss a lot of shots. Because it's just math. It's just an algorithm. It's just a... It's not 0.26 accuracy, it's 0.43. The Sigma's up your ass. You missed. And you're going to get the shit. We call it RNG, but it's not really RNG. When you miss shots and the shots deviate, that's not really RNG. You can make it better with crew skills and all. RNG is separate, right? The number generator, there's RNG on your snap. There's RNG on your damage rolls. There's RNG on your penetration rolls. When you miss your shot, that's handled by other factors. Soft stats and penalties and numbers that are calculated on the fly that can be changed by adding crew skills and equipment and things. That's not skill. That's grinding. That's investing your life. Basically, a really good player, this may make some of you feel bad, really good players have invested a lot of time in their life to just grinding and playing the game, and you get bad. You're better because your tank hits more and your tank has more concealment and your commander's better and you earn more equipment, blah blah blah, simply by putting in the time. So you've traded your life so that your pixel tank will perform better. And some casual players aren't prepared to do that. Some casual players have lives and they play the game after work for an hour in the evening just to let off steam. And they don't give a shit. They're not going to play 72 games a day and be in a clan. They're going to play 3 games or 4 games 3 times a week. Those are the type of players that the Unicoms want to farm and berate in the forum. And this video is dedicated to the regular schmoes. If you are one of those casual players that I just got home from work, it's been a tough day, we had dinner, now my wife's reading a book, I'm gonna fire up the game and play 3-4 games. Don't start grinding a new line, trying the Chinese light tanks. No, don't. Just pick one tank that you've had your most games in, that you have your best crew. Play that, and you're gonna have more fun. Maybe you'll even accidentally own a Unicom, who's gonna be surprised that you're into your Pantera and he looks at you're a tomato and he YOLOs you, but you got the gun rammer and the vents and the vert stabs and the 4-skill crew, and you boom boom boom, and he goes back to his room. That's what I want to see. I want to see the regular schmoes doing well. That's my advice, guys. What's happening in this game? We're losing, but I've been having fun. Right? I'm having fun. Now I'm in big trouble. Is what I'm at. But if I can actually survive here, let me look at what they have. They have an artillery. They have some. I gotta take this guy. Can I get? Oh, this would be a beautiful kill. I can't. Okay. Their T-29 has not been spotted either. So he's not a factor. He might even be AFK. I just gotta get. Okay. Do I YOLO this guy? No, I'm gonna get shot from the middle if I do that. Get shot from the middle if I do that. What do? I want to get myself into a position so that he has to commit, and I want to. Oh, there's another. I got to make sure that I'm only fighting one at a time. Let's get him. Boom. I'm in no man's land here. I've got to back up behind this building so I can only be shot by one at a time. Where do I go? Okay, get this guy. Yeah. Get over here. Now he can't shoot me. I'm only fighting one of them. That's good. I just concentrate on one. There, one at a time. There you come on, bugger. Yeah, commit. Oh, I didn't expect the already hit. Boom, got you. And now, yeah, got you. Got him. Okay, and we'll take you out quickly. Yes, if I can kill him, no problem. Go find the T-29 who's AFK, farm him, and then kill the artillery. No problem. Oh, Kolobanov's Well, there's always SPGs. There's always SPGs. I was balanced. I tried my best. It all happened so fast. Notice, guys, that T-29 died in that game. He was AFK. If that SPG missed me, I would have went to the middle, farmed the T-29, then found the SPG, killed the SPG, and it would have been Kolobanov's medal, and I would have posted it and done a video with a pompous douchebag voice explaining to you guys how great I am and how you need to play exactly like I do so that you will be great as well. But I didn't. I gave you some advice on how to enjoy the game even if you're a regular schmo. And all I can say is shout out to the regular schmoes.